hot. It's real hot. And I'm chilling in the Performing Arts Center just so I can get away from the heat. And oh, it's the worst. I come late to class every day. I'll take off my sunglasses in case Skipper comes around again. She's part of the she's one of the costume designers at the school. And I was sitting in the building once, and I just had my glasses on because I just do, I guess. And just calls me out on it because I'm looking super hard at my phone. She's like, "It'd be better if you could see better if you took your sunglasses off." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm wrecked." Anyway, I come late to class every day because class is at 9:30. This is worse my schedule has been, I think, in terms of just time. Hold on. Can I sit in the actor's hall? Actor's corridor, I think they call it. Because I don't want people listening to me when I'm talking to the phone. I think it's really funny. Because this is weird behavior, talking into a camera, but I always try to do it when I'm in my room by myself. But every once in a while, I feel like I'm gonna talk out in public today. And today it's because it's so hot. I need the world to know. So this must be what Midwestern weather is like, because you always get those stories of like in Texas or someplace, it's really cold in the morning, and then as the day progresses, it becomes hot and then cold again, and it's like, yeah, I get that. In California, it's usually cold in the morning or hot in the afternoon, and then it gets cold again. So you know how to dress for the day. You're not getting like a variety of weather. You're just getting either like sunlight or no sunlight. So you bring like a t-shirt and a jacket, and then when it gets hot, you take the jacket off. It's cold, you put the jacket back on. But now it's like, now it's getting strange because I've never had to check the weather as much as I have these days, where like I have to plan my day accordingly. Well, I guess it's my fault because, when I plan my days, I it's actually, no, it's not my fault. I didn't know. My day today is like filled to the brim with like things to do. Where like usually my day consists of doing one of two things, and it usually lasts like the first half of the day or like the latter half of the day, so I can dress accordingly to how the day will be by the end of what I'm doing, right? So if I have stuff to do in the morning, usually I'm gonna get done in the afternoon, which means I should dress for hot weather because that's around the time when like the weather gets really hot. Especially these days, it gets up to like 91. But today I have not only classes, I have work, and then some friends want to go watch a movie after my shift. So literally 10 plus hours, sorry, like half a day, like 12 plus hours of planning, which isn't that much, but at the same time, it's like I have to get here just because there's no parking, especially at fall semesters. I don't know if this happens. I'm pretty sure this happens at like almost every college out there, even universities, where you have the phenomenon of fall semesters when all the new high school kids come out, and they think that they can choose morning classes because that's what they've been doing for the past 4 years. And so you get like first day of school on a fall semester, and like the parking lot is full of like new kids. They just don't know. And I've avoided that so far, but because I've been kind of slacking on classes to choose, especially, I guess it's just because I haven't talked to a counselor, and I did, so now I know what classes to take for next semester, so I can be better prepared for it, and I can actually choose times that I want, as opposed to just, I'll take this class, I guess, literally, it's been getting worse and worse over time. Where like the first 2 semesters I had classes picked out, bam, 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 and then by the third semester I was like, this one, and last semester I pretty much just had one class. And this one, I did talk to a counselor, but by that point it was too late. So I just literally first day of class, I just registered for like 2 or 3 classes. So that's it's getting worse, but I've already remedied the situation. It's just gonna be an awful semester in terms of time, just because. And it's not like the high schoolers stay either, and I call them high schoolers even though they're technically college freshmen, but uh, the high schoolers when they come in, they usually drop like flies after like the first 2 weeks. Like they just say to themselves they can't handle this. I'm just gonna drop the morning classes and just go with the afternoon classes, right? Because that's a sensible thing to do. What ends up happening is a bunch of other people try to take the afternoon classes, or at which point the afternoon class is already full, so they can't get to it. Uh, so the parking lot is just full at all times. And people don't want to take evening classes, even though those are probably like the most chill classes because you're tired, the professor's tired, everyone knows it. I took a night class my third semester, third or fourth semester. I'm trying to think. I think third semester, or yeah, and it was one of those long ass 2.5 hour classes, and it was a writing class, and the class was so chill. It's like my favorite class ever. It's I mean it's creative writing, so it's relatively easy, and it was right up my alley. So that's why I liked it that much. But because of how late it was, everyone was just so relaxed, and the teacher was just like, she knew exactly, like, okay, I get it, it's nighttime. We'd have snacks. We'd take a break, and someone would bring like coffee or something. Like, man, but I miss that class just because of just because I take that class again, but we're not allowed to repeat classes, which I guess, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, uh, it's kind of a waste of your money, but it just for like extra experience on the thing, or say you got a passing grade but not necessarily the grade that you want. Uh, you know, could allow you to retake it and get a better grade. But I don't know. Actually, I don't know the logistics of that. I think they would, but you have to like petition for it. I just spent a lot of time in this building. Lots of lots of hanging around in this hallway. Just sitting. Especially because actually my first semester I had something like this, but it was at a much more reasonable time because my classes were all afternoon classes. Then I had that gap in between a couple of my classes on one of the days because it's on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Tuesday, Thursday schedule. So I think on Mondays and Wednesdays I had this gap period where I had time to just like hang out and chill or whatever, and it was at a reasonable enough time that if I left the college at any point, I wouldn't have to worry about parking. And I don't know if this has been happening all the time, but I guess everyone fucked up with their schedule, and everyone decided that their lunches were gonna be at noon, which I don't know if it's just because I've avoided it since then. I mean, like, it's kind of weird considering I've been here for like a couple years, but everyone takes their lunch at like noon, and because of it, every line gets congested. The line at the cafe, on campus cafe, every time I try to leave the campus, there's like a line of cars trying to exit the parking lot, so that's a no-go. So I don't know. I'm kind of limited on options in terms of food. Well, I used to bring my own food too. I've just been getting lazy and lazier as time goes on. But now I just buy food. But I've never seen such an influx of like people. I know I've been around at noon. I haven't, like, even like going to the college at noon, I would have seen it. But no, it's a brand new phenomenon, I guess. Just I don't know. It's weird. But that's it. Just rambling, I guess. Gonna cut this off here before people show up. I'm gonna go. Bye.